Hi, I am Amalie with Systematic Excellence Consulting, and today I'm going to go over ClickUp Workload Management. This is something that we use on our team when we are figuring out the balance between client work, internal projects, the capacity that someone has to work, or the amount of hours that someone has to work. And so what we use is the workload view. So to add that, you just click on the plus sign here, and then you would click on workload, and then this is what it's going to show you. So I just have myself in here. This is our test account. I went in and assigned some tasks to myself, like this account, and then I also added I added one of my other emails as a guest so I could show kind of two different things. So this becomes very useful when you have people on the team where you're trying to manage hours, trying to figure out how much someone is working, things like that. Now, the important part about setting this up is having time estimates. So I'm going to show you that first. So where I put these tasks in are over here. So here's the first task. I'm just going to open it up. And I have the time estimate as 2 hours. To set time estimates, you can go into the space or the folder or the list, but I'm going to go into the folder and show you. And I'm going to go to space settings. And then, oh, sorry, my face is in the way. And then I'm going to go to click apps, click on there, and then time estimates, okay? Now, it may take a few times going through a task or a project until you can really understand what the estimated time is for that particular task. I would say it's taken us, I mean, even with producing the YouTube channel, it's taken us going through, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 videos to really get a good idea of how long it takes so that way we can put in accurate estimates. I think as humans, we typically underestimate how long something's going to take. So my recommendation is if you have no idea how long something takes for a week, do a time recording. Maybe even have, I would even recommend, not even maybe, I would absolutely recommend having your team members do that, where they record their time very specifically on what they're doing. And then you can gather that data, right? And then you can look at recurring tasks, maybe some one-off tasks. Now, obviously in your business, you're going to have some one-off tasks that will come up that you don't have any idea of how long something's going to take. But if you have a time estimate and you could do it for a week or even 2 weeks, if you have that recorded time, then you can get an idea if, let's say one of your team members or you record yourself on how long it takes you to write a blog. Then you can estimate for another blog, right? And it might not be the recurring task of writing the same blog, but maybe a client needs a blog written or something like that. So the way that it works, so I put in some time estimates here on this task, and then I put a task down here and assign this to my other account. So let's go back to everything. And so now I can see the workload. I can see what's going on. And I can look at the different weeks. So now it's going to show me 2 weeks, and it's going to show me that, I have the 3 hours, I have the 30 minutes, this is 6 hours. And if I click on it, then I can even see what the task is. And then maybe, if I wanted, I need to extend it. So we're going to spread it out over 3 days or something like that. So I find this view to be really, really helpful. But again, it will take some time to get accurate time estimates. I'm not going to say that for you. It will take time to get accurate time estimates, and that it will take going through the recurring processes. If I was going to start anywhere with those, I would probably, I'm assuming it would be easier to estimate those recurring ones than it would be to do, like a one-off project that you haven't done before, something like that. If you aren't already using the timer inside of ClickUp, I highly recommend it. I'll show it to you now. So if I click on here, I can see the timer here. You can manually put it in if for some reason, let's say you forget to start the timer, or you never started it and finished the project, but you know how long it took. You can add it then, or you can have the timer here, and then you just hit start. And the great thing is it'll be down here. So even if I leave this screen and go and work on something else, my timer will be down here for me. You can put a description for the timer. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. This is the free plan. So you have to have the business plan to be able to put the description in. So I'm just going to have this timer running for now. But anyway, so that will be in there. So even if, let's say I stop and then I start again, it will show that I recorded 29 seconds here. And now they're recording starting again. And then if I hit stop on it, it's then going to record the additional time. The other thing about time estimates is, let's put in here test 1, test 2, test 3. Okay. And then for these, let's say I'm going to estimate the time of 1 hour. I really love this feature because what it does is it will show me, it will calculate all the estimated time between the 2 hours of the main task and then the 3 hours or 1 hour per subtask. So it allows me to see, okay, this whole task is going to take 5 hours, but let's go ahead and I'm going to assign this to me. And you do have to put a due date for that workload view to work. So I'm just going to set the due date as today. Okay, let's see here. Today. Okay. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is, and again, I've been doing this inside of the space level. So you can see strategy. If I open this up, this is the list and then I'm doing it there. But where I'm doing the workload view is in everything. So I can see everything that's going on. So if I click on this, I can see the subtask. So if I open, oops, I didn't mean to click on that part. I can open the task and then I can see what's going on here. And then if I go over to here, I can see these are the test tasks. Oh, you know what I didn't do is show subtasks. That's what we need. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I'll just save the view. It doesn't matter. So now I can see that my subtasks here. So then if I need to, I can move these, drag them, drop them. I can extend the time period. I can move them around. Anyway, so my point is that for workload management, there's some important factors. Is one, having clearly broken down tasks, especially if you have more than one person working on it, using either a main task to kind of track the whole thing and then subtasks to track the small steps, or to have a bunch of main tasks kind of tracking one big project, or broken down into one big project broken down into smaller tasks. The other thing is time estimates are really important for workload management, to understand how long something will take. Planning projects as far out as possible. I'm not saying you need to sit down and, plan out your year, but the farther out you can plan and know what is coming up, the better you can plan on the workload for your team members, your workload, how many clients you can take on, and understanding how long something will take you. So if you're getting ready to launch a course and you haven't created the course content yet, but you will be creating it at least a week ahead of the students or members in your course, then you need to understand how long that's going to take on top of everything else you're doing in your business. Or, if your team's involved, how long is that going to take on top of other client projects or ongoing, publication schedule or something like that. So time estimates are important. And then once you start to do that, get the time estimates in. It can be very tedious to track your time, but as I just showed, ClickUp makes it really, really easy to track your time and have your team members track their time as well. So I would highly recommend, even if you don't pay your team members hourly or, however you have worked out with them, I would have them for a week or two, and you included, track your time on what you're doing inside of ClickUp. You could even create a special list that's like that we're going to track our time. But if you have all of your tasks in ClickUp and everyone's really working from there as the part of like, this is your dashboard and how you run your business, then they should be able to track those tasks in there. If you don't have everything in ClickUp, then I would recommend they create a task and then start the timer so you can track it for a week or two. Once you get those time estimates in, then you can go back to your tasks that are in there, that's particularly the recurring ones, or even ones that maybe don't happen on a regular schedule but are repeated. Then you can get those time estimates in. That will help you start to see what you can schedule during certain times, or maybe you're getting ready to launch something with a client and you know that it's going to take the whole team. And then you need to be able to see, okay, what do I have available? Who do I have available on, Thursday the 5th that can support a project? Or I have this new, a new project, or you want to get a batch of posts out or something like that. So this workload management really helps with that. There's just some work that needs to be done prior to. If you aren't already doing everything in ClickUp, I highly recommend doing it. And it doesn't have to be ClickUp. If you're in another project management tool and you're thinking about or considering moving to ClickUp, that's fine. If you're in a project management tool that you love, that's great. The most important thing is just committing to using it, whatever tool it is, and get everything in there. I really live by the policy that if it's not in ClickUp, it doesn't exist. Like, we have to have a way to see it, understand what the task is, track time for it, and if it's not in there, it doesn't exist. And that's the policy that the team and I really work from, and that helps us to have accountability for all of those things. Things don't slip through the cracks because it's all in one place and we're able to look for it. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. If you have questions, feel free to comment below. Please subscribe and like this video. It does help the algorithm so that other people can find this content. There is a link below that you can book a free call if you're looking for help or support in figuring out the best way to utilize ClickUp in your business, or if you're looking to move to ClickUp. So feel free to do that. And if you would like to support the channel financially, there is a link to buy me a coffee, which helps to produce the free content. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Amalie, and I'm with Systematic Excellence Consulting.